Body jar to tail tap, frontside grind, vario, backside air vario, invert to fakie. Unreal. Tony Hawk can do no wrong here. Backside air vario, unreal. Backside ollie to tail tap.
Remarkable performance. Tony Hawk, the winningest vertical skateboard rider in history, now making a very comfortable living as a pro athlete.
There are a lot of kids now that are real competitive with each other, whereas I remember when I was growing up, we would just go out and skate together, and we never really tried to be better than each other, really. So it seems like there's a different attitude now, and everyone's so-called street skating, which is cool, but it's kind of strange that they finally labeled that. Well, now I'm out of school because I graduated. I spend a lot of time on the phone now, setting up demonstrations and whatever. So I guess it's like I'm a businessman, but I also just play a lot. Sometimes go surfing. I'll go skate during the afternoon. I always push myself to do better, and I always want to learn new tricks, so I just go out and I just keep trying to make up something new. And contests now are, 3,000 from first. It's like if I do well a year in competition, I'll probably make like, I don't know, anywhere from 70 to 80,000 a year. And then if I don't do well, I'll probably make like 60. Well, I bought a house. It was a $140,000 house. And the house is 4 bedrooms. It's fairly close to the ocean, like about a 5-minute drive. And then we got a jacuzzi in the backyard. I've tried to spend a lot of time improving on the house with furniture and all sorts of little things. All the pros I have so much respect for in their styles and the way they do tricks. I really like it. I enjoy just watching the contests. I'd rather watch them.
Well, now Tony Hawk is going to get to watch Mike McGill, the originator of the McTwist.
Yes, Mike's out on the ramp, drops into a backside air, back across the flat bottom into an invert. Over to the other side once again, another backside air, getting higher. And the McTwist throws it out there. The trademark McTwist. Rock and slide. Lean to tail tap. Front side grind. And there's an invert to a tail tap. Mike McGill having a good run here. A little slider into a fakie. Mike McGill, another rock and roll stall. Into a 360 invert from a fakie. Backside grind there. And that's it for Mike.
Great variety of moves from Mike McGill. The final runs are Hang On to a Loved One. Special presentation as the rock and roll jam continues with our 10 competitors taking their final run. Here's Billy Ruff.
Well, Billy Ruff knows what he has to do here as he drops in for a backside air. Another mute-grabbing backside air. Billy, alley-oop backside air, pumping side to side, invert, nice invert there, back across the other side, kicks it out on a backside air, 1 foot off, alley-oop over the channel, he slams hard.
Too far down on that transition. That's it for Billy Ruff. Up next, Ken Park.
Well, Ken concentrating, he was talking about crowd pressure earlier, into a nice stalling sad plant, back over the other side, alley-oop backside over the channel, big backside air, Ken putting one together here. Kicks a foot out on that backside. Getting higher each one. Front side, tweak, lean air. Throws it back into the ramp on that backside. Across the ramp into a rocket air variation. And an air walk. And the no-footed gymnast plant.
Gee, terrific balance the guy has.
Ken Park, very inspired run there for Ken Park.
Terrific run for Ken. I wonder if it was good enough because he had a fall earlier.
Well, I hope so. He looks a little tuckered out right there.
Yeah.
He deserves a break. Okay, Chris Miller is up for his last run.
Chris Miller's been smooth and stylish all afternoon. Let's watch him skate. Big travel, a lot of travel on that backside air, and then one back-to-back right over the channel. Fast plant, getting some extra boost out of that one. Frontside lean, taps the tail at back in, air to fakie. There's the gate twist from a fakie. And he has to throw it away on that front side.
Oh, that's Chris Miller. A fall like that's got to hurt his chances. Okay, Gator's up next. He's not going to hold back.
It's got to be a miracle from your inner self. That's the only way. You got to pull something out that you've never done before. Go beyond your own limits, which is kind of hard.
Gator's really going beyond the limits here as he continues to put together a good run. Frontside fast plant there into a stretched out and contorted invert. What a maneuver. Backside air. And there's the McTwist again, and Gator can't hold on to it.
Gator wipes out there. Mark Gator Rogowski.
boy. I wonder what he's thinking right now as he would so.
Steve Cavallero is next on the ramp.
Well, Steve Cavallero, and once again, smooth and stylish. Backside alley-oop, back across the ramp. Kicks out a foot on that backside aerial. Mute air. Frontside lean high over the channel. Frontside aerial, sets up for another maneuver. Frontside boneless one over the channel. Invert. Back across the ramp, another invert. Sad plant stall there. Frontside grind for Steve. Airwalk, back and forth across the ramp. Steve putting together a good maneuver. Stalls it on the axles. Frontside invert. Steve really putting together another backside grind. And there's that backside finger flip.
Steve Cavallero looking terrific on the ramp. Steve and a lot of the other top pros are getting into snowboarding. They say they love the sensation.
The hardest thing for a skateboarder to adjust to is the length of the board and the conditions of the snow. It's not like once you've skated a ramp, you pretty much have it memorized in your head what the ramp is like and what you can do. Ice, slush, and powder. That's probably one of the hardest things for a skateboarder to adjust to. I'm 21 now. I skateboarded since I was 11 years old till about 16 professionally in the pools, freestyle, and the ramp skating, and then I gave that up. I've been snow skiing in between then and now, and just this year I saw the snowboarding and picked that up like it was something that I was born to do. And the ambition that I had, because I loved just the sport of it, took me to a first place in the World Cup this year, one of my first snowboarding competitions. I'm gonna try and get involved in really helping the sport grow. I'd like to see it stay and progress, and I'd like to see all the skateboarders really help the sport stay on that level of an aggressive sport. I don't want to see the skiers turning into a real mellow, cruising, relaxing sport. I mean, it can have both aspects of it, but I'd like to see it stay real aggressive and one of the most cutting-edge sports out there.
I've tried it, Richard, and it's a blast.
It sure looks like it. Well, from the Snowy Man is to Lance Manning, his final run on the final jam.
Okay, Lance with the front side invert over the channel, stalls a rock and roll, stalls it up on a grind there. Big lean air, front side, into the McTwist. Lance can't hold on either, having a little trouble with those.
That's Lance Manning. Next up, Christian Hosoi. Look for big air on this one, his final run.
Definitely. Christian getting a little psyched up here, and let's watch him rock back and forth on the ramp. Starts off with a backside air, pumps the foot off on the next one. Bigger backside airwalk there. Front side lean, tweaked out. Lean method. Frontside air over the channel. Christian Hosoi putting together a good run here, going higher and higher with each successive return back to the lip with a McTwist, and he pulls it off with ease into a backside air, and he's still got a few more seconds to go here. Christian Hosoi stalls it up. Rocket air, his trademark maneuver. Christian, he's out of there.
Great performance for Christian Hosoi. Let's meet the man responsible for this championship, Brad Dorfman.
It's the middle of the finals. It's coming down to it. How do you feel?
Stoked. It's great. The skaters love it. The crowd loves it. I love it. It's the best event ever.
I don't think it could have been better. You think the same thing?
Yes, definitely. I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again. I hope we do, but it's the best.
Thank you, Brad.
Jeff Phillips has been blazing all day long.
He sure has, Richard, with that invert. He's dropped in on another fine run, kicks it out with a backside air. Front side. Boneless, he's just pushing it to the maximum. Rolls out, boneless in right over the channel. Air to fakie, a classic Phillips maneuver into a gate twist. Lets it go early. Look at that front side lean air, lands in a fakie. How do you do that? I'll tell you, a little sliding maneuver underneath the coping there. Another slide, hand on the wall, reverts it through the flat bottom. Can you believe this one? That's it for Phillips.
A radical run there for Jeff Phillips. Oh, the guy must be happy as he walks off. Right now we have Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk, he knows what he has to do after seeing Phillips on that run, and he kicks it out with a backside one-footed aerial right into the McTwist. What's he going to do after that? Mute air back and forth across the ramp. High fakie into a Indy air, kicks out a frontside lean. Invert to fakie. 360 backside aerial there from a fakie. Backside ollie over the channel. Look at that airwalk to a fakie, and Tony throws it.
He hits the floor, but he made some great moves in there. Let's check in with our last skater, Mike McGill.
Mike McGill, our last skater here. He knows what he has to do. Mike can go with a backside air. Big backside air over the channel, tweaking out that tail. Another backside aerial. And right into the McTwist, Mike McGill, and another McTwist. Look at this guy, he's on a rampage. 2 McTwists in a row for Mike McGill. Unbelievable.
The guy is almost unstoppable.
Well, if he can stay on his board here, he may just put it together. And look at this last invert. Oh, he slams.
Mike McGill grabbing his board. His heart must be sinking at this point. We will be right back with the Vision Sports Rock and Roll Jam and the winner's presentation. Don't leave us. We're here with Jeff Phillips, and Jeff, you're the U.S. vertical skateboard champion. How does it feel?
It feels really good. Feels really good.
At the end of the run, did you think that you got it?
No, I thought I was in 4th place because my rides weren't as long as they should have been. I've kind of been out of it for a while, and I just didn't feel as strong as I should have. But, you know, I'll take 1st place. That's great.
All right, well, congratulations. How did this event measure up to other events that you've been in?
It's about the best one I've ever seen, except for a little bit of sketchiness in practice earlier this year, this week. But it was the best event I've ever seen as far as lights and, you know, organization. And I like the screens. You could see what skaters were doing. Instant replay. That stuff's great.
Yeah, it was great. This has been an exciting event, and that's about it for Vision Sports Rock and Roll Jam. On behalf of Stacy Peralta, David Stanfield, Kevin Thatcher from Thrasher Magazine, and myself, Richard Blade, keep on rocking and rolling. We'll see you next year.
Eric's written it. Oh, written a sketch?
No, Eric's written.